Come on then, let's get straight into it. The fixtures for the new Premier League season, here we go, are revealed. There we go, it's the opening day, everybody.
There we go. How's it looking? Who can you spot?
Well,
there we go. Let's take it all in.
Pick your team out. Who have you got on the opening day of the season? We've got them all here. Let's go through them, shall we?
It all kicks off with Friday night football. It is Crystal Palace live on Sky against Arsenal.
Last season, Arsenal had to travel to Brentford on the opening day on Friday, and they lost. So Arsenal, you know, a big challenge for you on the opening day.
Yep, Bournemouth, newly promoted, of course, from the Championship. They start their season at home to Aston Villa.
Scott Park will be delighted. You want to start with a home game, don't you? Your first game back in the Premier League.
How about this one? A little reunion for Frank Lampard. Wow. His Everton side taking on Chelsea at home.
The Frank Lampard derby, opening day at Goodison Park, and we'll be getting Kevin Campbell's thoughts on that one. But Everton will be looking to have a much better season than last season, but that is a tough start. First game for Todd Bowley's ownership as well.
Absolutely. And talking of tough starts, how about this for newly promoted Fulham? They're at home though, but they are up against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool side.
Do you know what though? Fans will be buzzing about that. Fulham fans, they'll be like, opening day, Liverpool home. You know, seeing all those quality players, Darwin Núñez and so on, incredible.
Yep, Leeds secured their Premier League status. Of course, they take on Wolves on the opening day.
You think Jesse Marsh will be happy with that one as well. Home game, they want to be keeping away from the relegation zone. A home game against Wolves, which they would hope to get something from. Yep,
Leicester against Brentford, that's also opening day fixture. And then Pete, how about this one? Newcastle against Nottingham Forest, back in the Premier League. A huge, huge fixture, that
Always a tough game, because look how well Nottingham Forest have done, you know, under Steve Cooper and that incredible run that they've been on. You know, similarly, Newcastle and Eddie Howe have been on an incredible run in the Premier League, so that is a cracking-looking fixture. I can't wait to speak to Kevin Campbell and get his thoughts on that one as well. Yeah,
lots of Tottenham fans wondering if Spurs are going to be challenging for the title this season. Well, they begin with a home game against Southampton.
Made a great start in the transfer window, Spurs as well. Added some real quality, haven't they? In Southampton, again, one of those teams, they often start well, actually, and tend to fall away in the second half of the season, so could be a tough opening game for Antonio Conte.
Yeah, Manchester United hit a bit of a low in that game against Brighton. Well, they'll have the chance to avenge that, I guess, under new boss Erik ten Hag. The new era begins at Old Trafford. Brighton, the visitors.
He'll be happy with Erik ten Hag, won't he? First game, home at Old Trafford. Fans will all be up for it, and you take on a Brighton team. But if you don't start with a win, already the pressure starts to build for Erik ten Hag.
And what about the defending champions, Manchester City? They begin that defence. It's an away game against West Ham.
Yeah, indeed. Okay.
So that's the opening day. Let's fast forward to the final day, the 28th of May, 2023. That is the date for your diary for the final day of this season.
And if it's anything like this season just passed, there's going to be a lot riding on the final day. Remember, we went into this season with the title still to be decided, who was going to finish fourth, who was going to take that last relegation spot. So these games could be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, you just don't know how significant they could be. How's it looking then? Arsenal, they'll be at home against Wolves. Aston Villa, they're at home to Brighton.
Yeah, Brentford take on Manchester City, the defending champions. Will they be going to Brentford needing a win on that final day? Chelsea host Newcastle at Stamford Bridge. It's Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest.
Yep, let's move on then. Everton, they've got a home game against Bournemouth. You just wonder, the significance perhaps for both these sides as you reach the end of the season.
That could be a massive game. Everton fans will be hoping it won't be, but it could be.
Yep, same for Leeds fans. Leeds taking on Tottenham on the last day. Leicester, they've got a home game against West Ham.
Yeah, Manchester United have a start they'll be happy with. Home to Brighton, and they're going to finish with a game you'd think they'd be happy with as well. Home to Fulham, but will Fulham need points on the last day at Old Trafford to stay up?
Yep, and it is an away game for Liverpool. Will they be challenging for that title once again? They take on Southampton.
Liverpool have got a couple of big results against Southampton over the years. They've scored a boatload against them as well, so that's a tough end to the season for Southampton as well.
Now, we wouldn't ordinarily show you the fixtures for the weekend of the 12th of November, but it is not an ordinary season, of course, this time around.
Yeah, because this was the controversial one. This is the last set of Premier League games before the World Cup. There was talk about the traditional top 6 not playing against each other, and I haven't seen these yet, but just casting my eye over it, looks as though that's exactly what's happening. I can't see any big games between the sort of traditional top 6 at all.
You might have noticed the fixtures are the reverse of the games for the last day of the season, more of the so-called Big 6 playing against each other. So that is what it's looking like on November the 12th. Now, of course, the World Cup final, we mentioned it there, it takes place on December the 18th. Premier League season resuming on Boxing Day. So what is that, 8 days later? This is how the Boxing Day fixtures are looking.
Yeah, OK, pick out your team. Where are you going on Boxing Day? Have you got a home game to enjoy, digesting your Christmas dinner and everything from the day before? Or have you got a bit of an away trip to go to on Boxing Day?
Let's have a look at some of the highlights. Arsenal, they'll be taking on West Ham. Steven Gerrard, he'll be facing his former club, Aston Villa, taking on Liverpool there. What have we got? Leeds against Manchester City. Manchester United taking on Nottingham Forest.